Okay, oops. Let's move that back. And one, two, three, four. Hey everybody, welcome to Scraplift Crafternoon. This time we are scraplifting Nicole Martin. She's a small YouTube channel, but she's on the Cherry on Top design team, and you might have seen her around. So hopefully you will see her sketch or her page here. Her page is obviously an 8.5 by 11, and it is a smaller page, and it's kind of a half and half orientation. So basically, one half is one color, the other half is the other color, and then she's got a box that has the photo in it. So I'm going to be doing this, but I'm going to be flipping it a little bit, mainly because I really wanted to use this heart paper and this camera paper, and I have them in horizontal, not in vertical. So I could try to do like piece these together and then kind of put something in the middle of it, but I just didn't think that would work. So instead, I'm just going to flip the half and half and do it that way. I also have, so this is a combination of Chamel and True Colors. And that's what I'm going to be using today is just a combination of Chamel's main character energy cut apart and True Colors. And this is, I believe, character energy as well. I've got a white border. She's got that 8.5 by 11 notebook paper. I don't know if that's actually part of it or if it's just to show size, but I'm taking that as a border around, and I'm going to be using this white card as a border around mine. So if you want to hang out and watch this come together, that'd be great. So as I was starting putting this together, I really struggled with, is it clear that I'm scrap lifting this one? And I think it is. Just imagine that you flip it over and that you've got the two halves of the paper and then something going through the middle and then the embellishments. I just really wanted to use these two papers together. I don't know, for some reason they just spoke to me, and it's what I had. Um, in hindsight, I wish I had done the pink paper sideways like I had it in my hand, but that's not what I chose to do. So we're just going to have to live with that. I really loved this heart paper with that camera paper. To me, the yellows just worked and it was fun. And this Budweiser tour photo was just super fun for me. Also, I wanted to combine it with some more of the Chamel. Today, I had gone through all of my scrapbook collections and kind of cleared out some old collections and found some of my old Chamel with some of my old True Colors and just kind of put them together. That was one of the things I was doing. I have decided sort of to join the 100 pattern paper crop as well. So these would be two of my 100 pattern papers, and I haven't taken a picture of my papers, but I don't really know when that crop goes live, so I'm going to try to figure that out, but I think I can combine these two together. So I'm going to see if I can figure that out. It may not show up in the right place, but and I may not actually have the right graphic for this one, but just remember when I said that, and then next time I get the 100 pattern papers right, it's good. But actually, I think they may have like a challenge, so I need to go look at it. But either way, it doesn't really matter because these are two of the papers. So she has, oh, and the other thing I really wanted to use some of this, like, I don't know, that capture as a journaling card, and I thought that would be fun. So I'm going to use that as well. So I end up matting my photo with that pink, and it does work because there is pink on the paper, so that's good. Um, I I really originally thought I would have something else there, but I decided I wanted to use the smile as the title on the bottom, and then I thought I might be able to make that work, and I wish I had cut it a little bit differently, but then I really couldn't because of the word smile. So if you'll notice on hers, she has a little bit of frame sticking out on both sides. And so I wanted to have a little bit of frame sticking out on both sides. So I'm going to do that as well. And then she had that on her bottom right, she has that one kind of brown piece of, I don't know if it's a rub-on or a torn piece of paper or a sticker, but that's the strip that I have up top there. So I'm really kind of taking inspiration from her layout in a lot of different ways. I'm going to put a floral bit up there so she has a lot of florals. It just, because I chose a very different color scheme and because I flipped it, it's kind of hard to see. But I 100% took inspiration, and I absolutely love her layout, and then I love my take on her layout. One of the things when you scrap lift is you just have to find a way to make it, number one, your own, and use colors and things that work for you. These collections worked a lot better for me than the ones that she has. Now you'll see tomorrow, actually, my All About the Mouse, I'm using a much more color tones of to what she has here in hers, because that was the mood board. So it's not that I don't use those colors, it's just the picture that I had picked out to do and the subject matter really called for something a little more vibrant. So, you just kind of go with what you're feeling at the time. So I'm just pulling out some embellishments I have. So for the true colors, I have a ton of embellishments and no paper. Like, I am down to mainly just the paper that is it is cut aparts. And I don't know how that happened, but I guess I didn't get enough paper, or I must have only gotten one sheet of each paper. And a lot of times these collections come with way more embellishments than I can use and not enough paper. And it's interesting to me. And then some other times I have no embellishments and all paper. I think there was another collection just recently where I ended up having almost an entire paper pad left with no embellishments. So it just depends on, I guess, the manufacturer and what they have. So this particular True Colors, I guess, was probably Photoplay that's not doing collections anymore. They had a lot of embellishments. So I am trying to use up as many embellishments as I can on this page. So I've got some florals, I've got cameras, I've got like a bunch of embellishments, way more than I usually do, just to try to get them used up. Okay, so I have one more sticker that I'm just going to find a place for right there. And I believe that is the end of this page. So thank you so much for watching. I enjoyed this scrap lift a lot, and hopefully I will see you next week on another Scraplift Crafternoon. I'm going to come back in real time and tell you how I felt the day that I did it. Thanks. Okay, so hopefully you can see my inspiration. She had a frame on either side of her photo. I've got that. She had some kind of embellishment clusters on the upper left, and then she had her title under her photo, but I moved mine right over here. So made a half and half page, used a lot of kind of knickknacks and a few embellishments. So if you were to turn this to the side, you would kind of see the same inspiration as she had. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys, but that's what I did, kind of taking inspiration from her page. I will see you next week when we do another Scraplift Crafternoon.